coast. Like you talked about, Colin Hawley, just trying to soften that defense up, test the fitness of this New Orleans outfit.
That's what you want to do, Dan. When you play within the 15s, the defense just isn't stretch enough. It's like an accordion. You want to tire out the defense. You get 3 phases from end to end. Usually you find more gaps in the middle. When you try to hit the middle too soon, the defense is ready for it. Use the width. Great looking run here. Oh, offload out of the tackle. Maybe a little too much there.
Yeah, ball trickles over the sideline. For the Exiles, looking good to start this. They get the ball into the Royals' half. We get our first look at New Orleans' outfit with ball in hand, though.
The Exiles having an opportunity to actually use it wide there. You know, when you play, I keep on reiterating this, but in sevens, you have to stretch the fence. You find those gaps a lot easier if you take the phases and hit the 5s instead of the 15s. Let's see what the Royals do. Nice little pass back inside. He's got a runner inside.
Yeah, that is the king. Chance Doyle there with the ball. Oh, absolutely smashed from behind, though. Ball comes out now.
Overlap. Got a pin and pass here. Rugby skills, I like it.
For the runner back inside. He won't need him, though. He streaks through for another try. That's Ryan O'Leary. He'll dot that one down just outside the post there, and they get first blood here in New Orleans, 5 points to 0.
Brilliant stuff. I mean, we haven't seen much of them, but you know the ball that they had in hand, it looks pretty precise. Great passes in front of the man. They're attacking onto the front foot of the ball, putting the defense under pressure. They're not just standing and passing, letting the defense drift, but actually pinning and passing from these defenders. When you spread the ball, they used the sideline. They had a little bit of go forward. Great overlap on the outside, pin and pass, puts the defense under a lot of pressure out there on the wing. You're sitting there and you're trying to bait the defender into not passing, and then you get those gaps. And as a winger, that's your favorite thing to do is go behind a guy who's back who's just drifted across the front of your face, get yourself under the sticks.
Yeah, against the grain. It's probably the easiest way to attack so much real estate on sevens rugby. If you can get that defense and go against the grain, it's always tough. You're going to get an arm tackle instead of anything convincing. The girls over in France are down 12 points to 0 against the Black Ferns. It looks like it's halftime over there. So still well and truly in that game. Just 12 points. We rejoin the action here. Exiles with the ball. They're about 40 out from their own line. Still on the attack, though. They come out to the right. Man on man. Let's see what they can do. He tries to get around the outside. He's well met, though, and contained by Jeff Ruther. Drags him down now. Still with the ball, though. Exiles moving across. One of their players to watch is Luis Tulio.
Body's flying, man.
Tulio, former USA Rugby League Tomahawk captain. So let's see how he does. Yeah. Not too many of those over here, but he does quite well. And here we go. Still, they're doing
great
well.
Pop-up.
Yeah, their offloads and ball distribution is pretty good. No-look pop over the shoulder, as easy as you like. They're going to dot it down out wide, but the Exiles looking good there, showing some silky smooth skills as they get their first try, taking it to 7 points to 5, kick to come.
Brilliant stuff from the Exiles there. A little bit of and one rugby. No-look pass to the outside to the winger. Great stuff. Pretty brilliant show of skills going on right here. Little tip for tat. I mean, New Orleans coming out, scoring early, well-worked try. Exiles coming straight back, working the short side a little bit more, I think. I think they're more comfortable doing that. Some go weak side, but finding the gaps. Pretty impressed with both skill levels of both teams. This can be a great matchup.
It certainly is. Conversion goes across the face, so leaves it at 7 points to 5. 2.5 minutes left here in the first half in this game of the Schuylkill River. Exiles against the New Orleans Royale.
What do you think of the no-look pass, Dan? Is that in your toolbox?
Oh, my toolbox is very small. It's like one of those plastic ones you get in the kids section. It's kind of diminished over the years, unfortunately. Here we go. Restart. Nice. High restart. They'll
Timothy
compete
Acker.
this.
Great stuff.
Tap down. Yeah, they're going to have the ball again here, the Exiles. Very flat pass comes out now.
Bruce Dolan. Yeah, great fend.
He's well met, though, Dolan. He goes back inside. Good defense. Bobby Johns there tries to go from New Orleans for the saddle roll. A la Dan Payne. Can't get the ball back, though. Still with the Exiles as they drifted across field.
See, Dan, you take tackles in the middle of the field. Sometimes it works out for you, but usually you want to stretch that defense.
Well, they've lost it forward here, playing advantage for the knock-on.
Oh. Little bit of inaccuracy there. You know, just a little knock on here, a little knock on there. I'd like to see these teams use the players on the outside. You know, the Exiles not choosing to move that ball wide to the winger and stretch the defense. You really got to keep harping on that with your teammates. You know, if you don't spread the defense, it's going to be a lot easier for them not to move around the pitch. If you're only guarding, you know, within the 15s, you're not moving around that much. Not if you stretch to the sideline. So that accordion, the defense compressing and having to expand back out, it's tiring when you only have 7 guys out there.
Dolan with the ball now. I could listen to Colin Hawley talk about rugby all day. Just beautiful stuff from him. Beautiful stuff, though, from New Orleans there. 2 turnovers in a row. Dolan loses the ball, then Johns loses it from New Orleans. Bobby Johns, nicknamed Rambo for that beautiful little headpiece he wears there, a la John Rambo from the Sylvester Stallone movies. And now New Orleans under all sorts of pressure as the Exiles continue to pour it on their line. Beautiful little step. Straightens, can he stretch it over? He can get over. Another try. Whoa, Schuylkill River, they take the lead now 10 points to 7. And New Orleans would have been slight favourites going into this, have definitely been overwhelmed here by this Exiles outfit.
Both these sides are looking pretty athletic, pretty dangerous. The Exiles just doing what they need to do, keeping possession of the ball like we were talking about earlier today. It's territory. They've been in this half for a good 3 minutes now and just knocking on the door. If you don't get the ball back, you don't get it out of their own end, they're going to score. I mean, that's just how it works, a territory game. But great stuff from both sides. Loving what I'm seeing here, Dan.
Yeah, it definitely is. This is definitely our most competitive game thus far. The scoreline indicates it's such 12 points to 7 at halftime. Schuylkill River Exiles leading the New Orleans Royals at halftime. And again, it almost comes down to that territory factor. New Orleans seems like they've been camped down in their own end quite a bit. And then some very, very interesting enterprising play from the Exiles sees them in the lead here. For New Orleans, though, they've got that strike power. We know that. Chance Doyle, Bobby Johns, we know they can open up their wings and move. What do they need to do to get back into this game?
So the first try for New Orleans, we saw them use the pitch wide. They stretched the field, they hit the 5-meter line, and then they moved it back to the other side. They had a great big overlap. They had players running onto the ball at pace, accurate passes, and it allowed the winger.
He's really been the heart and soul of this team.
Oh.
They let him go. They bring it out wide now. Ball bounces. Well picked up, though. That's Gareth Jones with the ball. Name like Gareth Jones. He's got to be Welsh, hasn't he?
Maybe a little bit there. Oh,
Towed
kick
forward.
through.
Johns and Doyle on the chase here. Dolan gets back there well. Doyle right over the top. Could be a penalty for not letting go. He's got him the other way for not rolling away, it looks like. Not releasing the tackler. He's probably got Bobby Johns there. He looks like he was the first player on, little Rambo. But interesting call there. I thought maybe Chance Doyle had secured that poach. Referee saw it the other way, and that's one of the problems with the breakdown. It can go either way most times. He's seen it in favour of the Exiles, and Tulio, he'll drive this ball into touch. Just soak up some time. Nice veteran move there from Luis Tulio. They do have a 5-point lead with 4.5 minutes left on the clock.
Unlucky there. You know, I thought Chance Doyle had rights to the ball there. I thought he did really well just to kick through, and just didn't go his way. Exiles have to win this line out and get out of their own end, but New Orleans putting on the pressure right now. They really want this thing.
Here we go. Exiles throw. Goes over the top. Not a bad option. Defense is there, so he goes back into contact near the line out. He's got some safety with his men there. Now they move it out to the left. Tulio, ball in hand. Tough pass, goes behind him. He's lost it forward. Referee blows the whistle and we'll pack a scrum. Just unlucky there. Luis Tulio, that ball went behind him. He kind of lost it over his shoulder. And now we get another look at the New Orleans offense. Just 20 meters out from the line here. And they need to score, and they need to do it relatively quickly. Just 3.5 minutes looks like left on the clock here. And down by 5. And it's been a pretty good defensive game. Points have...
Oh, turnover at the scrum.
There we go. Beautiful stuff. Now that man, Tulio, throws a dummy, goes on the outside.
Wow.
He's gone, Tulio. Chance Doyle drags him back in, gets the ball back inside those support.
Oh, Hail Mary.
Throw. Beautiful stuff. He picks it up. Back to Tulio. He can't gather it. Down goes the ball, and now New Orleans have it about 30 out from their line. Let's see what they can do. Exiles quickly committing some numbers in there now. He's going forward, diving straight over. Let's see if they go quickly here. Down by 5. Doyle with the ball.
Great passage of play there. Maybe one too many of those offloads, Dan.
There we go. Here it comes out now. Rambo, he's got the ball. What can he do, Rambo? He goes on the outside. Can't get defend. Dolan does well, defends it. He comes back inside.
Oh.
Balashi there. He
Almost
gets the ball out.
a hospital trip
Not a
there.
bad option here. As Doyle's the only man. It's a foot race. The bounce of the ball will dictate who gets there, and the ball wins. Oh, now that's a great little play from the Exiles player. He saw it going towards the dead ball line. Still a little risky. He lets it roll. That thing's going to come all the way back to where he kicked it for a scrum, as opposed to if he dotted it down with the 22-meter restart.
Chance was running down on that thing. Me personally, you dot that thing down. I mean, he was right on top of that. It worked out for him this time, but that is a risky play, especially you're only up by 5. You know, you got to play some smart rugby. Worked out this time. Good job for the Exiles. They got out of trouble there. You know, just that was a risk I maybe would have taken there.
You know, the rugby ball is kind of like a 2-year-old. You just never trust it by itself because you never know what it's going to do. And you've seen, obviously, you talked about it. We've seen some horrible bounces of the ball over the years of situations like that where it's going over the dead ball line for all money and then it just props up or takes a right-angle turn and next thing you know. Here we go now. Exiles with the ball. Tulio again with that big bump off. He's not the biggest man, but he loves the physicality of it. And they've got the ball now. They're a chance here. Back inside. They love those no-look over-the-top passes.
What a hit.
Yeah, great tackle there from New Orleans. That's the number 4
Pat
there.
Boyle. No, that's not Pat Boyle.
Yeah, Zach Miller.
Zach Miller.
Here we go. Exiles. They're doing well here, soaking up time off the clock. Just a minute 20 left to go. They got the ball just inside their own half. Not much happening there. They've got 2 there. Can he get over? Referee could blow this up here. He's going. It's a fair contest at the ball. He does. Yep. He's got him coming in the side there against the Exiles player. They need to go quick. They do so. They bring it out now. That looks like the 7, Balashi again. He dummies, goes inside. He'll dot it down under the post maybe. No, well dragged down. Great scramble. Comes back. New Orleans, they'll score under the post. That's the number 10, the big man, Ryan O'Leary. Conversion to come. It's all tied up here. 45 seconds left on the clock.
Early on from that turnover from the Exiles, we had a situation where you had numbers on the outside and, you know, maybe it's fatigue, maybe it's lack of communication, but they decided to attack the middle of the field instead of using I think there was 3 guys outside of them that they could have used. Attack the middle. New Orleans capitalized, got the turnover, and that's what happens. You score into the post, 19 seconds left. I mean, pretty impressive stuff. Came down right to the end there. Only 10 seconds left here.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Good stuff from O'Leary. Conversion does go through, so New Orleans with a 2-point lead. Time almost expired. They'll kick it off. It all comes down to defense now for New Orleans. They've got to work together as a team here and hold on to this 2-point lead. Exiles, they will attack. 2 people there. Let's release that tackler. Last thing you want to do is give away any silly penalties here if you're New Orleans. They come out to the left. Exiles with the ball. He's not in a good spot there. He's going backwards.
Oh, did well to get out of trouble.
He did really well. He had 3 players around him. That could have been a turnover. Tulio goes out wide. Ball doesn't go to Hanzo as Winder puts it down. It goes back. He goes back for the ball. Recovers well, Winder. New Orleans, though, come flying in.
Counter.
Tulio picks the ball up. Tosses it back. Here we go. They've still got the ball, though. Time expired here at 0.
Oh, they have an overlap.
Tulio, he comes out to the left. Moves it across. There's the 5 again in Gizzle.
Woo!
Geisel. Turnover. Oh, he's going to run it away. He's just got to go for the sideline. No risk here. He'll dot it down. Beautiful stuff from Lasacia. And that'll wrap it up. New Orleans will get the win here. It was a well-earned win. They had to fight pretty hard against this Exiles outfit. And the game obviously in the balance right up until the end there before New Orleans streaked that one away. And they'll dot it down 19 points to 12. They'll get the win here over the Exiles. Conversion to come. They're going to take it. Obviously, Zach Miller trying to pad his stats here with a few extra points. And
you get it?
Yeah, he does. He puts it inside the uprights. They'll get the win. 21 points to 12. New Orleans Royals over Schuylkill River. Up next, we have the Old Blue